Join me as I dive into the heart of Longridge's Easter Adventure 2025 and try to uncover the secrets of the Storyman. The Storyman is a beloved figure in Longridge, known for his captivating tales and adventures, and this Easter is no exception, with the entire town buzzing with excitement. This Easter, during our journey through Longridge, we met someone unforgettable, the Storyman. Join us as we discover the magic of stories and the beauty of unexpected encounters.
I have to come back to the same. Okay. Alright, drop clothes. Longridge concert.
We're going to listen to a story. It's just going to start. Easter.
Morning.
Very happy Easter to you guys.
You two guys.
Yeah.
We're from, okay, you know, I make, we travel and we make some YouTube videos.
Oh, lovely.
So it's my camera is on.
Oh, right. Good, excellent. That's nice you do.
Well, so rediscover the world, you know,
sure.
just travel and
record. If you're week free,
on
there's
YouTube.
some week free.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interesting
Nothing's
places
free.
Yeah. So it's travel and event. You know, it's all about travel and event.
Take that.
Yeah.
They're already buttered.
Film it.
Yeah, I'm filming already. So,
Yes.
so
Come and sit in.
Come on, and you can eat your hot cross
Have a
buns as
seat.
well.
As long as we don't make you late.
is it okay if I can record?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just for my YouTube channel.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh,
These are from
nice.
Forward, so meet
Hi.
each other. These are
Blanket to pop on your knees.
I'm okay.
I'll just get a cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
get more chairs.
Anyway, just in case you need.
just
Didymus is the name. Detective Tom Didymus. And I don't... Sorry. Alright, so am I. Didymus is the name. Detective Tom Didymus. And I don't believe in resurrections. My friends and I had the worst week of our lives. We'd followed a man for 3 whole years. And that man we'd grown to know and love. We hoped that he would be the one who would save us because we lived under the rule of the rotten Romans. And the rotten Romans oppressed us, they crucified us, they made us pay taxes. The rotten Romans. Well, we followed him hoping that he would lead us out into freedom. But that week we were there in our city of Jerusalem. They arrested him, they tried him, they brought charges against him when he was completely and utterly innocent. All he ever did was speak good, all he ever did was do good. But then eventually, that horrible, horrible Friday, they put him on a cross and they killed him. And it broke our hearts. Not just that, we were filled with fear because we thought we could be next. So we went back to this room that we'd rented. It was like an upstairs room that we ate our meals in, and we locked the door and we just sat there huddled for fear that our turn would come. Well, 3 days after he'd been crucified, after he'd been put into this tomb and they'd rolled this huge stone in front of him, then I was out doing an errand. They'd let me out, locked the doors again, and when I got back, amazingly, they were so excited. They were like, they said, Thomas, that was my name, Thomas Didymus, Detective Didymus. They said, Thomas, you won't believe what's happened. I could see something had happened, because on their faces there was like, instead of tears, instead of fears, there was joy. And I'm like, what's going on here? And I said, what's happened? And they said, Jesus is alive. I'm like, no, don't be silly, don't be silly, don't be. It's, no, he is, he does. Somehow, we were here in the locked room and he was stood right in front of us. And he said, peace be to you all. Thomas, it's great. He was dead and he's alive again. And I looked at him, I said, you're kidding. You're just winding me up. I didn't like that. Sometimes as friends we had arguments and we fell out over things like who's going to be the greatest and all that sort of stuff. The sort of stuff boys do, you know. But they were convinced and I wasn't. And I said, I know one thing in life. Dead men don't breathe. They said, Thomas, it's true. And I said, no, unless, and I said something that now I regret saying. I said, unless I can put my fingers in the nail prints in his hands, unless I can put my hand in the spear slit in his side, then I will never believe what you're telling me. Thomas, it's true. They said, it's true. I said, no, dead men don't breathe. Well, the ladies that we knew, they were all convinced. The ladies had been to this tomb with a big stone and the stone was rolled away and one of them had been there on her own and she was weeping, she was upset, and she saw somebody that she thought was the gardener. And she said to him, sir, tell us, where have you put his body? Because she'd gone to kind of embalm him. And where's his body so we can care for him? And then he spoke to her and said, Mary. And in that moment, just the way he said it, she knew that it was Jesus. And she fell at his feet and said, Master. So everybody seemed to believe that he'd risen from the dead except me, because I know, you know, dead men don't breathe. And then it happened. There we were in this upstairs room, the door locked, us then joyful and me fearful and me doubting, and then suddenly he was there. He was there in front of us. How? I do not know. It's a mystery. It's still a mystery to me, even though I know it's true, but he was there and he looked at me. How did he know to look at me? But he looked at me and he held his hands out and showed me the nail prints. And then he opened his cloak and you could see the spear slit that the Roman soldier had stabbed into his side. And he said, Thomas, here you are. And in that moment, I believed. In that moment, I looked at him and I didn't need to touch him. I didn't need to put my fingers where I said I wanted to put them. I didn't need to put my hand in his side like I said I needed to. Because I knew that he was dead and he was alive again. What do you know? Dead men do breathe, after all. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
It was very nice. Very nice.
That's very good.
Very good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you.
Hiya, Andrew.
So you know Forward Free Methodist Church in Forward.
A simple journey, an extraordinary meeting. If stories move you as they moved us, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The Storyman's Easter adventure in Longridge has been an unforgettable journey, and the lessons learned will stay with the community for a long time. Join in on the conversation and share your thoughts on the Storyman's adventure, and don't forget to check out my other videos for more exciting tales and stories. See you on our next adventure.